If you have noticed, eco plans taking up a lot of projects, especially in the core central region. Okay, they are well known to be building very nice landscaping, which is very comfy to the owners. The unit mix of this project range from 2-bedders to 4-bedders.
I think this right, you're actually one stop to King Albert Park. Okay, 2 stops to Botanical Gardens, 2 stops to Beauty World, in fact 3 stops to Stevens MRT, and also 4 stops to Newton MRT.
Hi, welcome to SPOTCast Smart Property Opportunity Talk.
Hi, we are Audrie and David, Singapore property consultants helping homeowners and investors making
smarter decisions through our water concept, clear framework, and L.E.X method. Okay, today what we're going to do is to dive deep into one of the project that is coming up in July, and to us it's quite an interesting plot because it's really injecting new into heritage.
Yes, I think it's gonna be very exciting.
Yes. So right smack in the Turf City transformation, Bukit Timah Turf City transformation is a 30 years transformation plan. Okay, we are presenting Dunearn House today.
Yes.
What we are doing is probably a non-biased review of this project. Okay, why is it called non-biased? Because it's based on our views. Not saying the project is good or bad, but we are going into our L.E.X method to actually identify whether it's a potentially good buy or is it a buy. Okay, go into the project itself.
Yeah, I think we can take a look at the location of Dunearn House for viewers who are wondering where Dunearn House is actually.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you look at this location map here, right, it's very near to 6th Avenue MRT station itself.
Okay, if you are looking at it, right, it's along Dunearn Road. Okay, it's after your King Albert Park MRT. If you are driving, after your King Albert Park MRT, just before 6th Avenue MRT, you will see a plot of land that is called Dunearn House.
Yes, and you can see over here, right, it's actually surrounded by GCBs.
It's surrounded by GCBs, and what we are having is this side area is actually 13,491.9 square meter. Plot ratio is 2.4. I to say the building will be high.
Yep.
Okay, so it consists of actually 2 blocks of 19-story, 3 blocks of 10-story residential building with 1 basement car park, swimming pool, and communal facilities.
So the number of residential units, right, is expected to be 380 units.
Yes. Tenure is 99 years commencing from 30th September 2025, which is last year September, and it ranged from 2 to 4-bedder plus study.
Yes.
Alright, no news about the car park yet. We will update you guys when it goes nearer. Alright, so what we have is
about the developers then.
Yes. Okay, developers this is a joint venture between Frasers Property, C.L.E.A.R Land, and
Sekisui House.
Sekisui House. Architect and Development On and On Private Limited. IDA.
Landscape Architect is Plan Asia.
Yes. Alright, builder is.
Plan sounds really familiar.
Okay, if you have noticed, eco plans taking up a lot of projects, especially in the core central region. Okay, they are well known to be building very nice landscaping, which is very comfy to the owners. So then after that, what we're looking at is the size of this project, right? The unit mix of this project range from 2-bedders to 4-bedders.
I think these are really comfortable sizes. The 2-bedders between 530 to 680 square feet.
Yes, so pretty good size. So in total, there's 176 unit, which takes up 46% of the total unit. 3-bedroom and 3-bedroom plus study, 870 to 1010 square feet. 96 unit, which come up to be about 25%.
And the 4-bedders and 4-bedder plus study is 1,180 to 1,380 square feet, which comprises of 108 units inside, which is 29% of the total development.
Yes, so if you ask me, right, this project is actually targeted to 2 groups of buyers specifically. Okay, one is really the family who values bigger unit.
Yes.
And the reason why family is because this is a school.
Yes, an education belt.
Education belt chain. Yes. Alright, so the 2-bed and 2-bed plus study is really target to small families as well as investors. Yeah, whereas for the 3-bedder, right, those who prefer a larger unit than 2-bedder but don't need a 3-bedder, of course, don't need a 4-bedder, of course, that's suitable for you. If you're looking at it, we have is excellent connectivity. Driving is 3 minutes to PIE, 10 minutes to Holland Village,
and 12 minutes to Dempsey Hill.
Yes, but importantly, I think this is the key thing that we are looking at, is only a 4 minutes walk to 6th Avenue MRT. Alright, so in future when Turf City MRT is ready, it's really only a 7 minutes walk.
Yeah, and for MRT connectivity, right, you're actually one stop to King Albert Park. Okay, 2 stops to Botanical Gardens, and 2 stops to Beauty World. In fact, 3 stops to Stevens MRT and also 4 stops to Newton MRT.
Yeah, so if you ask me in terms of convenience, right, this project, this location is really top notch. All right, especially in CCR Bukit Timah Turf City area where, you know, it's not easy to find MRT last time.
Yeah.
But with upcoming of downtown line, right, it enhanced the connectivity of the whole place. So from preschool, right, we have Dunearn House, we have Little Paddington Preschool, we have Odyssey, the global preschool, as well as
Children's House.
yes. And primary school wise, you'll be smart for choice, Methodist Girls School, Nanyang Primary School, Pei Hwa Presbyterian Primary School, Raffles Girls Primary School,
and Henry Park Primary. So these are very well sought after schools that parents want to put their children in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So of course, if you are into secondary school, Nanyang Girls, Hwa Chong Institute, Methodist Girls, St. Margaret Secondary, Singapore Chinese Girls School, St. Joseph Institute, and National Junior College. Oh my God, this is where all the good schools are.
Yes.
Okay. It's a dream of most parents to put the kids into all these schools.
Yes. And of course, for investors, if you're looking to rent out units, Dunearn House itself, there's plenty of international schools too.
Yes, again, one of which Swiss School, Holland International School,
Singapore Korean International School, Chatsworth International School, ACS International, and Hwa Chong International School.
just talking about the schools itself, yeah, it's not easy, right?
Yeah.
All right, and then if you're looking at junior colleges and tertiary institute, right, we have Hwa Chong, we have NJC, you have Ngee Ann Polytechnic, National University of Singapore,
and SIM.
Yes. So not only that, when we are talking about a location, right? Okay, it has to be convenient.
Yes.
Got school, and I must have amenities. I to say if I want to eat, I want to shop.
Yes.
Must have law.
I need the supermarket.
So within 4 minutes walk to 6th Avenue MRT, right, you have a mix of food. Plenty of restaurants there. And then you have brunch and cafe spots. You have shopping essentials at Coronation Plaza. And of course, you have...
Tree House.
yes.
They're just minutes away.
So today, you see, in Singapore, it's always living in this kind of things. Today, if I'm living in urban place, okay, likely I will not get nature parks.
Yes,
if I want
maybe
convenience,
a park around, but not nature, not
the hill got mountain and things like that, right? So if you're looking at locations, right, normally, yeah, it's a trade-off. Today, you want convenience, you don't get the luxury of having your greeneries. You want greenery, probably it's more quieter, and you will not get the luxury of having good connectivity. But then what we have here is also another buy point, okay, because Bukit Timah Railway Station, Bukit Timah Hill, elevated linear park along the Bukit Timah Rochor Green Corridor.
You also have coast-to-coast trail.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
This development itself, right? There's abundance of things that we actually need.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So I think the coast-to-coast trail allows 36 km of cycling. And I have to say, recently we went cycling. Just cycling in Punggol to Sengkang to Buangkok alone takes us to and fro.
That was like about 13 km.
Yeah.
About there.
Yes. Also, you will definitely enjoy it. All right. So Dunearn House again is a car-light district. Okay, planning to have 15 to 20,000 new homes, and there's actually road enhancement as well.
So this whole Turf City transformation, right? It's really like a town by itself.
It's like a town by itself, bringing all the residents, bringing all the amenities nodes in. All right. So I think this is really something that you can consider if you are really looking into one of the investment or your own house, right? All right. So not only that, when we are going into the developers itself.
Correct. So we'll talk a little bit about developers' track records. Yeah.
Okay. So what we have is Fraser Properties. Okay. Fraser Property.
It's very well known. Everybody knows them.
Yes. Okay. So a few famous one is Robertson of Perth, the Audrie, Sky Eden at Bedok, Park Greenwich, 8 at Mount Sophia, and 8 at Woodley.
And if you still don't know, then go and take a look at Centre Point.
Yes. Okay. So then we have C.L.E.A.R Group. They do L.E.X, Grand Diamond, Verdale, and Twin View.
Sekisui House.
So One Holland Village, the Robertson of Perth, the Audrie, and Hill Heaven. Okay, what's so rare about the Dunearn House?
Yeah, why would this be a very rare opportunity?
I think it's rare because we really put in R-A-R-E. Number one is a rare Swiss club enclave.
Yes, it's the first non-landed residential launch in the prestigious Swiss club
vicinity
in over 33 years.
Yeah, so you'll be surrounded by landed homes and GCB enclave.
Yes,
all
then
right.
Of course, you have accessibility at your doorstep. It's just a 4 minutes walk to 6th Avenue MRT station. It's a downtown line.
Exactly. So what we have, the next R is rejuvenation and the first mover advantage. Okay, today when we're talking about first mover advantage, it's not a blank piece of canvas where you wait for things to be built, but it's really injecting the transformation into a ready heritage and matured area.
In fact, the BTOs there have already been launched. Yeah, and then now you have this first plot of land, which is Dunearn House, in there. Coming up, we'll have other plots of land too within the near future.
Yes.
It's not like you have to buy something and then you wait another 10-20 years for transformation to go through.
Correct. So last but not least is really the elite education belt. Alright, so just now we mentioned the no shortage of. Looking into it, right, I think we have give you a brief outline of what Dunearn House is.
And the targeted preview is in July 2026.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but before we go into targeted preview, right, before we go into preview date, I think that's what we always like to bring to our clients.
Yes.
Okay, it's something where, you know, we want our clients or viewers, right, before you go into the show flat itself, right, you know whether this is a purchase that if you can, you want to go for.
Yeah, I think we don't go by the hype. We don't be too emotional. Wow, here got people queue up to buy some certain food that I also want to queue up.
Yes.
Then in the end,
Singaporean mindset lah.
after you buy the food, you might not even like it. Yeah,
Yes.
so this is something that we have to ponder about.
Yes, that's why we have our clear framework where we look into your clarity, then we list out the possible projects,
Yes.
and we look into the evaluation of properties, and we do alignment of goals before we reinforce whether this is really a price that you should be going into. And looking into it, right, the next thing that we always focus is really on our L.E.X method.
Yes.
Okay, location, exit, and entry. All right, so today let's look into the location itself.
Yes.
Okay, this thing is interesting. Dunearn House is the first chapter of a 30 years transformation. Okay, so unlike some locations, right, when they have a 30 years transformation and go in at the first year, right,
Yeah.
then you gotta wait 30 years for things to happen.
Even if it's not 30 years, probably another 20 years, then things will happen.
Yes. Okay, so if you all know which project we are talking about, it's somewhere in the south area. Okay, that one came out with a good price, so a lot of people actually buy into the transformation. But is that kind of transformation really a good transformation, or are you really too early for transformation? All right, so let's go into it a bit. There's actually a so-called rare canvas creating new supply in an established district.
Yeah.
Okay, so some of the locations that we're talking about, for example, Tengah, for example, the one that we are mentioning, the south area. Okay, it's building from ground up. You have big plots of land and you're waiting for things to come up.
Yeah, you're kind of like waiting for things to happen.
Just like
all to be up.
Yes, just like Punggol 20 years ago, Sengkang 20 years ago,
yes,
and now Tengah happening. All right. So, but then today we are looking into prime district land that is being transformed at a massive scale.
Correct.
Okay.
Because Turf City is not another GRS site.
Yes,
It's
not.
actually an integration of about more than 15,000 new housing units in the heart of District 10.
Yes. So today you're looking at it, right? C.L.E.A.R transformation is really rare. Okay. So what Singapore government is planning to do, right, is checking the mic, is injecting the future into heritage. So Dunearn House is the first vital first entry point into this 20 to 30 years urban evolution.
Correct. A little bit more about the transformation metrics.
So today we want to have upside without the wait. Today when you're going to a transformation zone that is brand new, you have to wait lah. What we are looking at, if we do a comparison between Tengah and Punggol, right, developing, maturing is a two different stage. All right. So then in education angle, right, you have future planning. I do say school start coming in. Okay.
They are all relatively new. Yeah.
And connectivity is again awaiting infrastructure. Developer conviction is standard bidding.
Yes.
Okay, so if you look at Turf City story, right, Dunearn House, number one, looking at existing prestige.
It is fully established already, surrounded by 39 GCB's areas.
Yeah, and education anchor, I think immediate elite belt. How many of us parents actually want to put our kids into this kind of school?
Yeah,
Hwa
I think
Chong,
it's
Nanyang, MGS.
every parent's wish lah.
Yes.
I put maybe MGS.
Yes.
MGS primary, MGS secondary, then after that go on to Hwa Chong, go on to, everything like that. Yeah.
Okay. In terms of connectivity, we have immediate access to 6th Avenue MRT. And developers' conviction, today first plot of land was bidded. The second plot of land was immediately taken up aggressively by the next developer. Wing Tai. And it's going at 15% premium as compared to the first plot. Okay, so this goes to show developers' confidence in this transformation itself. Okay, so if you're looking at the precinct repricing curve, right? Okay, scarcity value is highest when future phase are forced to price
against the progressively
matured high demand
environment.
Yes. So today we are at the lowest point of the price. Okay, Dunearn House. Plot 2 launch, Wing Tai plus 15% land bid. Okay, once the infrastructure and completion and retail integration completes, right, you will see a matured 15,000 unit master plan fully priced.
Yes, correct.
Mm.
So we are actually right at the bottom of the graph now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in terms of entry price, today when we look at our L.E.X method entry, right,
Mm.
okay, we would consider this as one of the safest entry, yeah, if you can go in.
Correct.
But of course, this is not going to be a cheap housing.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's right in the middle of District 10.
Yes. So if we look into the first mover advantage, execution par excellence, right? Today what we're talking about is we're having 3 renowned developer.
Yes.
Okay. Fraser Property has a brand and premium integration. Sekisui House long-term livability.
Yeah.
C.L.E.A.R
skill and execution.
Yes. So for first mover advantage, right, I think this developer dictates the future identity of the entire precinct.
Yep.
All right. Looking at it, I think location-wise, okay, in our L.E.X framework, L.E.X method, I would say location is a immediate prestige anchor.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's validating immediate livability and permanent demand drivers in this district itself. Okay. As for
Yes, and cost for entry,
Mm.
the conviction is really decoding this $3,000 plus, and also to build in safety buffer of the neighboring beats.
Yes. So today you are coming in at a good price. I would say, I wouldn't say a good price. I would say it's an expensive price, but the next plot of land is already higher than what you're going to buy.
Correct. And then, of course, followed by exit. That's very important.
Yes. And we are looking at the sweet spot because after mapping out demographics, affordability, and the exact unit type for maximum future liquidity, I think this is really a place that I would consider safe to go in.
Yes, because this is a place where people don't mind paying a huge quantum to go in.
Yes. So just a summary of the location is really a 10 minutes wealth radius. Okay, the transit anchor itself being 4 minutes walk to the MRT, education belt within 1 to 2 km of MGS, Nanyang Girls, Hwa Chong, and NJC, and many more.
And you also have direct and seamless access to actually Newton, Bugis, and CBD areas.
Yes. And last but not least is the GCB enclave, where, you know, the demographics of people living in the GCB, the landed, okay, and how they wish their kids to be moving out, but then yet to be very near them. In terms of entry price valuation, the arithmetic of conviction, number one, land cost is at 1410 PSF.
Yes, so if we add in the construction of about 190 million,
Yes.
then plus, of course,
The
financing,
tax or whatever.
taxes, marketing, and blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Okay, and add on 20% developer margin.
I think it's likely to be launched at about 3,050. I have to say, if they are friendly enough, 2,950. If not, then 3,050 or 3,001 and above.
Yes,
All right.
and at these prices, right, the buyers are actually paying a mathematically fair market rate, not an inflated premium.
It's really not, because today you are living in the good GCB enclave next to MRT, surrounded by good schools. This kind of entry price is really reasonable. So, market signal, the next one is today, why do we consider a 3069 or 3050 PSF entry to be a safe point?
Because you have that 15% built-in buffer from the next plot of land.
Yes, so Wing Tai actually beat the next plot of land at 1625, 15% premium as compared to 1410 PSF per plot ratio by Dunearn House.
Yes, and so they will this will actually give you a future benchmark on the price, right?
So I have to say, Dunearn House, if you buy at 3050, right, Wing Tai would likely launch at 32 to 34 PSF just to maintain margin. Yes, maintain margin, you know, it's not to earn a lot. Yes. So exit strategy, today we are looking at the X now, which is the exit strategy, demographics to demand funnel. Importantly, number one, 70,000 population growth per year, rising household income, and high property ownership trends, which is 90.8 at this point of time.
And of course, what we mentioned earlier, 15 to 20,000 future housing units in this third city master plan itself.
Yes, and of course, concentrated affluent demand for resale.
D10 assets.
Yes. So real estate growth requires population and wealth.
Yes.
Singapore is aggressively generating both.
Yes, in fact, a recent news that came out, they say they will have more high income, high net worth people coming into Singapore too.
Yes. So by 2030, this macro pressure will hunt for premium.
Family friendly supply like third city.
Yes. Okay, so let's do a bit of profiling on your future buyers if you happen to buy this place.
Yeah, I mean, if you're thinking of what Dunearn House is and why should I buy Dunearn House, who will be the people who are going to buy from me next time?
Yes. Number one is really the affluent upgraders. Rising income driving families to seek this district address, elite school access, and low density environment. Of course, the next one that we're looking at is
D10 loyalists.
yes.
Just now you mentioned also, parents, when their kids grow up, they might want their kids to actually be staying near to them.
Yes. So existing Bukit Timah families deeply entrenched in the local lifestyle and education network. I have to say, for example, East Coast people will not want to move out East Coast. Katong people don't want to move out of Katong.
Precisely.
Yes. Bukit Timah people will not want to move out of Bukit Timah.
Downsizers
Yes.
around the area itself. They are
Yes.
cash rich, they are older wealth from the neighboring GCDs. They might want to seek the convenience without sacrificing this prestige.
Yes, I'm no
I live
longer.
in Bukit Timah.
Yes, I'm no longer living in landed, but I'm living in Bukit Timah.
Yes.
Still, all right. So then the other one is really the expat investors, tenant drawn to. Okay, what we are looking at is expat investors is what we are looking at is if you are buying and not intending to sell. So you are actually looking for tenant pool. Okay, so tenants are drawn to the holy trinity of international school proximity, large
So
greenery.
many when we mentioned.
Yes, large greenery and of course direct CBD transit. Coming to a unit selection, so based on this, right, if you ask me, Dunearn House is really a project. I feel that it's going to be 100% taken up if the price is right. I have to say, if today developer is willing to put at the right price, I think buyers will jump in and grab this. Okay, because this perfectly pass our L.E.X method evaluation. All right. The next question is, today, if you are a buyer, what project should you be looking into?
I think once we have gone through the clear framework, if you have decided that, okay, this is the project I am definitely going into. So after that, we got to be kind of tactical about our unit selection also.
Correct. So today, if you're buying for liquidity, 2-bedroom and compact 3-bedder, why is this so? Because this is really the mass market sweet spots. As Singapore population, household income grow, all right? But we must understand this is the income growth does not equate to property prices growth. So while PSF pick up, quantum has to be right.
Yes.
Yeah, so the entry sweet spot could likely be your 2 and 3-bedder compact.
Be more of the mass market sweet spot.
Yes. So while you're hearing a lot of, saying that says, oh, buy big, because then, the
When
minimum.
even if you earn 100 PSF, you will actually earn a lot.
Yes, but the question is, can people afford your big units if you're planning to sell? Okay, but today, if you're buying for legacy planning, school proximity, and
you want to be comfortable,
yes, then go for your efficient 4-bedder. All right. So for maximize exit velocity, I think we will really focus on 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom compact, which make up of 71% of this project. The winner in the future is not necessarily the biggest unit, is
actually the premium asset that the biggest pool of upgraders can still comfortably afford.
Yes, because future demand is important.
Yes.
All right. So the verdict, structuring your first mover advantage. Okay, number one is really securing the Curve City transformation floor price. Floor price, I had to say the lowest price. Okay.
And then of course you have the built-in plus 15% safety buffer. Yeah, validated by plot 2.
And of course, permanent demand anchored by elite schools and MRT. Tactical focus on compact units for mass market exit liquidity.
Yeah, so actually, Dunearn House is not just buying a condo.
Yes.
It's actually buying the first chapter of Singapore's most significant prime district transformation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So today, if you are really interested to go into a property, okay, be it Dunearn House, be it the future launches, I think what you really need is clear framework where we map up your roadmap to see what are your goals before we see which project is really suitable for you. But if you have already made up your mind on this certain project, okay, do come to us for a L.E.X method breakdown.
Yes.
Where we break down whether this project is really safe and good for you to go into.
Correct.
Okay, so what we are looking at is always a bespoke L.E.X analysis to model your exact entry timing, stack selection, and project exit yield. Okay, today I'm David.
I'm Audrie.
And contact us for more info. See you.
See you.